Scottsbluff's police chief is excited about their new partnership with WNCC and providing a college resource officer at the Scottsbluff campus. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Scottsbluff Police Chief Kevin Spencer says he's excited about a new partnership with Western Nebraska Community College. And recently, the two entities agreed to a partnership for a college resource officer. And last week, Officer Matthew Broderick began duties at WNCC. Chief Spencer says it was a collaborative effort to make the campus as safe as possible and adds that it will really help streamline information. He says there have been at least 2 incidents in the fall semester where Scottsbluff Public Schools have gone into lockout mode due to dangerous situations involving guns in the area. So having a Scottsbluff police officer on site at WNCC will allow real-time updates so that the college can follow suit to enhance student safety.
So I think there'll be a big prevention effort up there, and I think that's where we need to focus now. You know, we've done a lot of work, and I think we're fairly well versed in how to respond to random acts of violence, but I think it's time that we really start to focus on the prevention side of things, and that's what we're going to be doing.
The Scottsbluff Police Department now has 3 full-time resource officers at area schools, with Officer Broderick at WNCC and School Resource Officer Modek and Hansen at Bluffs Middle School and Scottsbluff High School, respectively. Well, the Nebraska Department of Transportation has announced that 20 proposals have been selected for funding in the 4th round of the County Bridge Match Program, including 2 in Cheyenne County. The first bridge is located 7 miles south of Sidney at Cow Creek, and the second bridge is located 7 miles north of Brownson. Cheyenne County Highway Superintendent Doug Hart applied for replacement of both bridges with precast deck panels. The $232,000 worth of projects will be supplemented with nearly $128,000 in CBMP funds. Scottsbluff County applied for funding for 1 bridge, but the NDOT did not select their project this year. Well, straight ahead, looking like a really nice stretch of weather here in the region this week. Bill Boyer's in with the latest right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
When you're Arby's, you can do certain things, like load roast beef and curly fries onto a sandwich, add horsey sauce, Arby's sauce, and cheddar cheese sauce on there. Sell them 2 for $6. And when you're Arby's, you can call it the Arbinator. Because if you aren't, Arbinator is a super strange name to just invent. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Heading through the evening with mainly cloudy skies across the region. We're going to have an increase in clouds as we go through the overnight hours into early tomorrow morning, with temps down into the 20s. So not as cold as where we were last night, single digits and teens as we woke up this morning. Really nice weather coming all week. Temps should be above normal with no major storms on the horizon. Hit 47 degrees yesterday after a morning low of 41. Look at that record low, 32 below back in 1963. So very cold temps this time of year can happen. It has been a very dry month. It's typically a very dry month, but we've only had 1/100th of an inch of moisture. out at the airport through the 19th. Today, of course, the 20th. Don't see a whole lot of activity coming here over the next few days. Actually, today's the 19th, so we've went through 19 days of the month with 1/100th. It's conceivable we may not get much more precip between now and the end of the month. Boy, look at these cold temps here in eastern Nebraska and South Dakota. Below 0 in Watertown and Sioux Falls. It's just 1 in Norfolk. 10 degrees in Hastings. That moderates as you head to the east, though, or to the west, and we're back on the warmer side of things. 21 in Valentine, 29 in Ogallala, Alliance at 32, Torrington at 38 degrees, one of the warmest temps we can find here across the region. And winds have been relatively light today, so we don't have much to worry about with wind chills. 12 right now in Valentine, a little cooler up around that area. Otherwise, everybody else fairly quiet and calm here. Again, clouds on the increase, especially late tonight in the overnight hours. A sprinkle or a snow flurry not out of the question, especially off to our west. Temperatures overnight going to fall down into the teens for eastern portions of the region, 20s for the rest of us overnight. Then back to tomorrow. Any of those morning sprinkles or snow flurries should move out across the region. Very little, if anything. Clouds throughout most of the day will decrease as we go throughout the afternoon and into the evening hours, and we're going to be left with a clear night before another round of some clouds try to come in towards early Wednesday morning. And temps tomorrow a little warmer, into the low to 50s for many of us out here across the region. 41 in Valentine and Mullen, that cooler air off to the east. They'll be in the teens and 20s in eastern Nebraska. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, not as cold. Temps down to 24 is all for a low. Then for tomorrow, we're going to be dealing with 53 degrees with decreasing clouds through the day. And our 7-day forecast really looks quite nice. We don't even have a lot of winds to contend with. Temps will fall back into the 40s. Can't rule out a snow shower Wednesday night, maybe with the passage of a frontal system. Back into the mid-40s on Thursday to near 50 on Friday. Then look at Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We string 3 very nice days in a row together there with temperatures in the mid-50s every single one of those days.
Behold the Arbinator. Behold the roast beef and cheddar cheese sauce. Behold the horsey sauce, Arby's sauce, and curly fries. Beholding 2 of them for only $6. Arby's, we have the meats.
Box Butte General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Box Butte General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. The Nebraska Game and Parks Commission is delaying action on a set of restrictions that would drastically limit overnight campers and beachgoers at Lake McConaughy near Ogallala. Commission Director Jim Douglas said on Saturday that additional time is needed to consider the suggestions that were offered by hundreds of people who showed up for a hearing on the proposed rules on Thursday. Most people at the meeting said they wanted more law enforcement and greater attention to checkpoints, not limit on access to the lake. The proposed restrictions were developed following complaints about overcrowding and rowdy behavior last 4th of July. Well, Box Butte County Public Defender John Worthman was arraigned on a felony drug charge Friday afternoon in Scottsbluff County Court. The 52-year-old was arrested earlier this month following an investigation conducted by the Wing Drug Task Force, where he reportedly purchased approximately 1 ounce of cocaine from a CI during a controlled buy. He was arrested after the purchased narcotics were found inside his pickup. Investigators say in a subsequent interview, Worthman said he believed he would be purchasing at least 2 8-balls of cocaine, admitted to receiving cocaine in the past in exchange for legal services, and using the drug himself. Worthman was subsequently charged with a Class 1D felony charge of possession of a controlled substance between 10 and 28 grams with intent to distribute. He'll be back in court on February 21st for his preliminary hearing. If convicted, he could face a mandatory minimum of 3 years in prison with a maximum of 50 years on that charge. And the Nebraska State Patrol says a winter storm that raked the state on Friday snarled traffic for hundreds of drivers and caused at least 1 death on I-80. The patrol says that driver was killed around 11:30 a.m. Friday when the pickup he was driving eastbound near Hershey spun out of control across the I-80 median and into the path of an oncoming semi-trailer. The crash killed the pickup driver, 57-year-old Michael Crow of Colorado Springs. The semi-driver was not hurt. The patrol says Friday's weather sent troopers to deal with more than 200 weather-related incidents. Well, coming up after the break, the Scottsbluff Bearcats boys basketball game thriller on KNEB.TV on Saturday afternoon is one for the ages. Cottrell has all the highlights right after this.
Hey Grandma, thanks for all the gifts.
Oh, I'm so glad you like them. Really sorry I couldn't make it.
Yeah, we are too.
Set timer for 15 minutes.
Mom, Dad, say hi to Grandma.
Hey,
Hi. Oh, miss you guys.
We're making your famous mashed potatoes.
Set the crock pot on high.
Wow, technology sure has changed.
Everyone, say hi to Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
When a strong, reliable network really counts, let our Allo family worry about the technology that keeps you connected.
The Mighty 3 has been known to move mountains, has been seen giving wild brush and tall grass the what for, and is not afraid to level a gravel driveway and finish a surface. The cab with heat and AC is not faint of heart either. You don't have an off season, neither do we.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte. The bank to think of first.
Well, wild action from Saturday at Scottsbluff High. That'll be our top story today here at the TV Sports Desk. Recapping our KNEB.TV basketball doubleheader from Saturday. It was a doozy, folks. After both Scottsbluff teams lost hard-fought, action-packed games on Friday night over at Cheyenne East High, it was back home for a pair against highly rated Cheyenne Central. Let's start with the boys' matchup. The Cats hosting the undefeated, then 9-0, number 1 ranked Central High Indians. Scottsbluff gets off to a pretty good start, a 20-point first quarter, thanks in part to Dawson Moore, the junior knockdown outside shooter, able to hit 3 early three-pointers as the Cats take a 10-point lead at the end of the first quarter. The second quarter, fairly nondescript, with both teams settling in a bit on the defensive end of the floor. But a key moment came when senior Josiah Diolis went down with a lower leg foot injury, needed help off the floor. He would return. Cats led by 7 at the break, and then in the third quarter, Central Flat took control. They outscored Scottsbluff 24-9 with a mix of their 7-footer Lawson Lovering and some three-point shooting. Things not looking too hot for the Cats heading to the final stanza. Plenty to cover late in this one, though. Let's go to the end of the fourth quarter. A Central free throw gives them a 2-point lead. Then Diolis, gutting it out in the second half, gets fouled on this drive to the basket. He missed the first free throw and then intentionally missed the second. The ball never hit the rim, though. So Central gets the basketball along the baseline. They opt for the very risky home run pass. Chance Parker, playing center field, gets the steal, flips to Sebastian Harsh, who gets the ball to Diolis for the buzzer beater to force overtime tied 56-56. Diolis was not done. The first overtime, a bit chaotic, a bit of a mess at times. Both teams, sure, playing their guts out, but the first 3 minutes was just a series of mistakes for both teams. Late in overtime, Central leading by 3, and Scottsbluff can't get a shot to go down. Wild scramble. Here's Central with a chance to put it on ice with a breakaway layup attempt. Somehow, a short arm attempt misses, and there's still enough time for Scottsbluff. They find Diolis, and are you kidding me? A second buzzer beater in the same game, this one from downtown. We head to the second extra session score, tied at 61. At this point, the gym is absolutely on fire. Huge crowd on hand. At some point, the home team had to take control, right? Yes, the hot hand from early, Dawson Moore comes up with a 3-ball, and while it wasn't quite smooth sailing the rest of the way, in fact, it was anything but that, they do get an improbable come-from-behind double overtime win over Central. The final score 72-68. The win kept them from an 0-2 weekend ahead of a trip to play a big-time rematch game at Abraham Lincoln High in Denver this Friday night. Now let's go back a little bit further to the girls' game, the earlier start over on Saturday, and it really set the tone for the atmosphere in the gym that afternoon and evening. The Lady Cats, they played their hearts out all weekend long. Lost at number 1 East in overtime on Friday. Central ranked number 2 in Wyoming Class 4A. Offense was slow going for both teams in the first half. Scottsbluff able to get a couple of three-pointers, though, from senior Aubrey Krentz in the second quarter, and they go to the locker room leading a low-scoring game 17-12. Let's move it to the fourth quarter, where some of the top players come up big for both teams. Sophomore Jordan Jones scored 8 of her team-high 15 for Central. She got more aggressive, found some driving lanes. Scottsbluff, they got a couple of big threes from veterans Krentz and senior Yada Garcia. That duo scored 11 of Scottsbluff's 19 points in the quarter. Down by 1 with the ball late, nothing would go for Scottsbluff, and for a second straight night, Heartbreak Hotel for the Lady Cats. Still, all things considered, the weekend provided some of the best basketball in Coach Dave Bolish's tenure. The Scottsbluff girls are off until Saturday, when they'll play the front of the doubleheader at home against Gering. Girls and boys games at Scottsbluff against Gering Saturday. Gering was able to pick up wins at Gordon Rushville on Friday night. We had basketball elsewhere Saturday with the WNCC men suffering their second straight close road loss, losing at North Platte Community College. Teddy Allen, another huge scoring night. We'll have a women's and men's doubleheader tomorrow night at home against Lamar Community College. Chuck will have it on KOZY 101.3 starting at 5:15. That is the latest today from right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's back with a community calendar update right after this on KNEB.TV.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for two. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Did the extreme weather this summer do damage to your home? Call Roofing Plus today. Let Luke Shaneman and his team get your home back and family back to normal. Licensed and insured, call Roofing Plus today and Luke will get you scheduled for your free and easy inspection and see if you qualify for a new roof, siding, or gutters. The Roofing Plus team can be there in days, not months. Call Roofing Plus today, 308-440-6387.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, Stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver and a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flight. Finally, while visiting Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
And finally tonight, personnel changes are taking place within the Scottsbluff Rural Fire Protection District with the resignation of 2 members at the Rural Fire Board meeting last Thursday evening. Former Chief Paul Reisig told Rural Radio News he was reappointed as the department's chief in an emergency action by the board. Reisig said, like any corporation or business, the Rural Fire Department has occasional shakeups in personnel, but will adapt to the changes.
So far, 2 persons have resigned, and one was the chief and his wife. I was appointed to the position of chief last night by the rural board, being as I had the most seniority and was also chief 3 years ago for 3 years. The assistant chief resigned as assistant chief, but he is still on the department, but he just stepped down from the position.
Reisig wanted to reassure rural residents with the addition of 6 more volunteer firefighters and recently signed mutual aid agreements with 14 agencies. There will be no reduction in coverage as the agency works to rebuild. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.